let's start with one more vertical which belongs to mPOS acquiring cash registers and POS management system. For sure you know such companies like Square. I will talk a little bit later about Square and their advances and their plans. What is the value of these customers? Always banks ask us why these solutions are successful. Because we are already providing offline acquiring, we are providing online acquiring. Often our prices for offline acquiring cheaper than prices from these mPOS acquiring startups. And the answer belongs to convenience. Because if you want to become offline acquiring customer of your bank, you have to wait 2 weeks, 4 weeks. You have to fulfill so many papers, so many documents to provide for traditional banks. And it's not convenient. And when your contracts will be signed, when you will become offline acquiring customer for this bank, after that you have to wait your tech equipment, you have to educate yourself, your employees how to use it, and that's not so convenient. Value of such companies like Square, it is how to use the services like plug and play, how not to become mPOS acquiring expert by yourself, because you have to be focused on your business, how to use it immediately. And the price for Square or other companies higher, often higher than prices from banks. But as I mentioned, fintech, it's not about how to compete with lower prices. It is how to compete with easier to integrate solutions, easy to use solutions, plug and play solutions. We already invested in several companies in this vertical. One of them, it is SumUp from Germany, which just acquired the same big player from Europe, Pay11. They are existing right now on 17 markets across the world. To be honest, the biggest market for SumUp it is Brazil, because in Brazil they have many micro and small businesses, as in Asia. They have blurred lines between you as a person and you as owner of this small or micro business. They have very low penetration of traditional banking services. Like, for example, penetration of banking services in Philippines, 18%. It's not about how to provide some solutions from good to the better level. It is how to jump from the past to the future with this kind of services. And for example, you can be not customer of any bank, but you can start to use this kind of services immediately. Chip and pin, previously most of solutions belongs to Swipe, and now when chip and pin standard introduced last year, and we have to change our equipment, and at the beginning most of experts thought that it's not so convenient, but finally such solutions like SumUp providing. SumUp, what is the difference between them and other players? They manufacture their dongles by themselves. They are like Apple. They try to build from whole loop of their services by themselves. One more big player from Europe, iZettle, for sure you heard a little bit about this company. GoSwift, they have other business model. They do not want to interact with final customer by themselves. They prefer to become white label solution for banks as partners. It is their value proposition. They're going to each banks across the world and to ask them, if you want to compete with such companies like Square, we can help you to set up the same story for your bank, for your customers. For sure you know Malaysian company, SoftSpace. They're doing the same thing, to be honest, better. It's my own opinion than GoSwift providing for their own customers. EasyTap from India, very interesting company. First company which decided not to sell transactions, not to sell acquiring. They're first player in the world which stopped to charge you per transaction. They are charging you only to usage of apps, management apps, to analyze transactions, for you as owner of small business. They are selling subscription based model to their services. It's very smart. And second one feature, they do not believe only in cards. They are providing already integration between this hardware via open APIs to be integrated with, for example, e-wallets. You can come to merchants of EasyTap and to pay from your mobile phone via Paytm e-wallet. And these dongles will know that you are a user without card and you want to pay by e-wallet solution. And it's great vision of open architecture, how to anchor your customers via dongles to accept cards, but after that expand to whole other verticals, how to accept any kind of payments, cardless, card not present payments, etc. in your shops, and how to charge your per usage of management tools, analytic tools, not per transactions. We invested also in company, Singaporean-based company SoftPay. They're very strong in Vietnam, just launched in Indonesia and Malaysia, want to go to other companies. And regarding Square, which, to be honest, mPOS acquiring created by Apple. But when Apple created it for their own aims, their own goals, they didn't believe in the value of this industry as standalone vertical. And Square became first player which started to serve this customer via this service as standalone. But everybody on the market for the last 2 years talking about that Square is unprofitable company. Yes, it's still unprofitable company, even after IPO. But their vision, it's not about to be mPOS acquiring player. Their vision is only to attract customers via mPOS, but after that to provide you whole other complementary products which will be useful for you as owner of this merchant to manage better, for example, how to manage your staff, how to manage your relationships with your customers, how to provide them opportunity to manage feedbacks, how to lease them contact centers, how to manage their inventory. And right now, I mentioned previously regarding success of PayPal credit for SMEs. Second largest new player in this field, it is Square, with Square Capital. Square extremely profitable with such types of customers which started to use Square's mPOS solution, and after that, when Square analyzed your transactional data for 6 months minimum and advise you to go to SME loans, pre-approved SME loans like credit line, and also to go to analytics tools and also cash registers too. Regarding cash registers, I think the most famous and the sexiest solution on the market, it is Point. Very high valuated company, still too far from reality. I mean, everybody talking about them, they have many presentations across the world. Still nobody knows about their real business results. Sometimes it's happened. This company founded by Osama Bedier, ex-CEO of Google Wallet, and they are providing this cash register, new generation cash register for their merchants. But their business model not based on this hardware solution. It is also only how to anchor your clients. Their money will come from their own app store. They have their own app store for useful apps to manage your merchant, to manage your business. And they charge some fees, some super commission from these providers which want to distribute their software for your customer base through your hardware solution. This company is very famous because even before they started their business, they had 500,000 prepaid cash registers in advance by their customers. They started their campaign, if you want to be our first customer, you can pay in advance for this solution. And they had, even before they started to create this, they had only sketches of this cash register, but 500,000 people across the world paid in advance for this device. Right now they have 2 countries with their own business. It is US and Brazil. As I mentioned, nobody knows right now about their business results. They're a very close company from, they make a lot of noise, but do not prefer to share their business results. But in terms of new ideas on the market, they are very active, and their business model, which belongs to how to anchor your clients via hardware solution, and after that to make your money via your own internal app store for SMEs. It's interesting division. Shopify, it's not fintech company. It is online constructor, how to create your online shop. But what they found that not so many new players already deciding to go to online since the beginning. Most of new companies which will decide to go to online sales, right now they are offline players. And how to come to their business before they will decide to go to online. Finally, they launched their cash register solution, and it's very unique movement because they are providing it with very big discount. This product do not provide great revenue streams for Shopify, but also provide opportunity to attract customers and to anchor them. When you will put all your SKUs into their system to manage this inventory better than before, to accept payments, after that you will see some button. Maybe you want to export this data to online and to create your online shop too. And it's great opportunity to convert offline customers to online sales via cash register solution. We invested in San Francisco-based company Allset. What they are providing for the market. It is very interesting case how to be focused on very, very small and limited idea and but very concrete needs of your customers, and to start to grow 10 times faster than before. At the beginning, they provided only opportunity how to upload your menu if you are a cafe or restaurant to their management system, and after that to organize pre-orders, book, table booking, etc. But they were not successful. They had several clients, but not hundreds of thousands or millions. After that, their shareholders advised to them, maybe you have to limit your features, but to be more clear for understanding for some concrete customers. And they cut it out, about 80% of their software solution. They decided to provide only management system, how to pre-order breakfast and lunches, not dinners. They excluded about 80% of whole menus of whole restaurants because when you want to go to the dinner, it's not day-to-day needs, but you are going to breakfast or lunch every day. You do not want to change your menu 100% every breakfast, every lunch. You just need to be served as fast as they can. You will eat and went back to your office. And when they started to focus only on breakfast and lunches, and only on dishes belongs to breakfast and lunches, they became extremely successful. Such companies like Airbnb, Stripe came to them as companies and asked them, oh, maybe you can create some corporate solution for us, because for us it's nightmare. We have great compensation packages for our employees, also how to pay for their breakfast and lunches, but for us it's nightmare to create our own internal kitchens inside our offices. Vice versa, we have to go around our offices and to talk with all other restaurants. We will issue coupons, you have to accept these coupons. If they will order with something for bigger price than we are covering, they have to pay separately, blah, 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 so many negotiations, paperwork. And after that, they told, you're already integrated with all these restaurants across our offices. Maybe we will pay for you for this meal for our employees. And after that, they will pre-order everything through your app as employee of Airbnb or Stripe or other companies. And most of unicorns from Silicon Valley came to them as enterprise customers and asked them, can we pay for your apps, not our customers? And this is great case how not to expand to complementary services, but vice versa to split, to limit your functionality, but to become better, more clear for understanding for your customers. Mobicon, Indian-based company from our portfolio, they are providing cloud-based post-management system for micro and small businesses. You can manage your relationship with customers, your inventory, your invoice, your payroll. Clients right now, they have customers across, I think, 13 countries. 7 of them provide about 80% of their customers. So they became a profitable company 2 or 3 months ago. It's a great result for any kind of fintech startup because most of them still unprofitable even if you are Square. I already mentioned such successful in this area Malaysian-based fintech company SoftSpace. One more player it is StoreHub, which are trying to play concretely in area of cash register and POS management systems. We finished with one more vertical. Do you have some questions or we will proceed with a new chapter?